Hi there, it's July 4th. It's a Tuesday, and it's been a while, as I always say in the beginning of my videos, since my last video, but here's one. And I decided to do one today because I have some news to tell you, which I feel very excited about. So that's coming up. And also I have a little bit of news what's going on in Santiago. We'll look at some statistics, and then we'll be on our way. So there you go, coming up. So my last email on email list, I did a promotion of some guidebooks that I have on sale right now. And I mentioned that I was trying to clear out some shelves, clear out some books, because I had some news coming up. And I've had people come by the office here in Santiago and wondering, what is this news? What is this? And people have been talking and trying to figure out what's going on. And that's what I'm here to tell you about today. And I'm going to do right now. Let's go for a walk. Hey, how are you? We are on the Plaza de Quintana, and you have the Holy Door behind us, and the cathedral is right there, and it's 3 o'clock. So, by the way, you see the statue there next to the Holy Door? We had a climber the other day was climbing up on the sculptures there. So, and we've had trouble with people tagging the cathedral as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the next few months or maybe the next year we'll have some extra protection around the cathedral to protect us from these people that are just not behaving. Anyway, while I walk down this way, I wanted to let you know what's going on. This May, usually May and September, I'm really busy with people sending luggage and just buying stuff from the store, and you know the things I do at Casa Iba with Iria. And this May has been crazy. As you know, the number of pilgrims has gone up a lot too, and we just had a lot to do. And the building where I'm at, as you know, for the people that have been there, it's a nice building, but it's not very comfortable for the work that I do. So what has been going on, I've been kind of looking around for a new place, and it's always so expensive in Old Town, and it's difficult to find a place that I like. But about a week ago, I have actually found the place. Now we're in Rua Nova, and a bit further on, underneath the portals, you have the Pilgrim House, for the people that know this place. But what you have here on the left is my new place. So this, I just signed a contract for a lease last week, and I'm setting it up now with some water and electricity and getting things signed up. So this is where I'm going to be moving my business to in the next few weeks. I'm not exactly sure when yet, but this is going to be a little store up here front, and then we have my little office there to the left, and I have a lot of luggage storage room, even bike storage on the entrance to your right there. There's a long hallway going way back where I have a lot of space here. I don't know if you can see it, it's dark. I have a lot of space for luggage and a lot of space for bikes. So that's the plan. So starting in a few weeks, this is where you'll find Casa Iba. So that's it. I'll be moving out of this building that I've been in for many years now, and down to Rua Nova number 7. As I mentioned, I'm not exactly sure exactly the date I'm going to open down there, so you'll be notified when I'm actually doing the move. As for people worried about their luggage storage and where to send their luggage, don't worry. Just keep your eyes on the Casa Ivar website and send it to whatever address is on the website. I'll make the change on the website as soon as we have moved office. I will also keep both offices for at least this year. So there's not going to be a problem with people losing luggage and anything. I'm going to receive luggage at both addresses. I know all the drivers that delivers to this address, and then they'll be notified well in advance. So that's not going to be a problem. I'm sure it maybe have some issue with people coming and pick it up at the old address and have to send it down to the new one, but we'll take that as it comes. The new place is about 200 meters from the old place, so it's not a long trek or anything. It's actually much closer, as you saw in the video. It's very close to the cathedral. The new place is much closer than I'm currently at. So I'm very excited. All right, but let's move on. What's going on in Santiago otherwise? Let's look out the window. It's the video on the left there is just out the window of my building, and you can see the cafes are full. The sun is out. It's been about 30 degrees the last few days, and nice sun. It's been comfortable. You can see, well, it's about 3:40 right now in the afternoon, so it's lunchtime, so there's not a lot of traffic down at the cathedral. You can see Plaza Cervantes, where the entrance to the cathedral is. You can see the doors open, people can come in and out. And then the Obradoiro you have there at the top right, where there's always a crowd on the Obradoiro these days, so that's always the case. So let's have a look at some of the numbers, the pilgrim numbers. We could see these are the numbers so far this year: 182,884, at least getting Compostelas. As we know, many people walk the Camino, arrive in Santiago, and if it's their 5th or 6th or 7th time, they don't get the Compostela, and then that means they're not getting counted. So we could see there's 47,000 Spaniards, 71,000 foreigners. Now that's a big shift because up until now, the last few years, and actually as long as I can remember, there's either been more Spaniards or just about 50-50. So we have a lot more people from outside of Spain arriving. Of course, this will change once we go into August, because August is the big month for Spaniards. So maybe they will catch up in August. Another interesting number all the way to the right there, you see variation from last year, 16%. So we have 16% more people so far this year compared to last year. Last year was a holy year. Normally, the year after a holy year, we dip down, but this year we have been keep rising, and it's probably because of COVID and people finally deciding to travel. Anyway, so let's have a look at some other stuff that's going on in Santiago, like news-wise. You're finally, when COVID hit, they dropped the possibility of hugging the apostle in the cathedral. You can go up above the altar, and there's the big apostle there. You can give him a hug. They stopped doing that when COVID hit. Now it's back on again. You can go up and you can give him a hug if you so wish to. Another thing, of course, as I mentioned, a lot of pilgrims, a lot of tourists in general, I feel, because southern Spain and central Spain has been very warm this year, more so than normal. And I feel Spaniards in general, are just flocking north. And you can notice it. And also a lot of tourists in general as well from the rest of Europe and also from other parts of the world. So it's you could still feel that there's something's going on in Santiago Old Town. It's more than normal. And the season stretches out also. You could see the beginning of the season starts earlier, and I have a feeling that we're going to end the season later than normal as well. And for those trying to get away from the crowds, they're probably going to start walking in the winter. And so I'm wouldn't be surprised if we see record numbers in the winter compared to other winters. So that's like one thing. And then masks and COVID. We had Spain was one of those countries that you still had to wear a mask to get into a pharmacy, and you needed to wear a mask to get into a medical center and doctors and stuff, so on. I think this is changing. I think it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, the next day. So then you don't have to wear a mask to go into a pharmacy, and I think medical centers as well. You could go in without a mask. I think you'll find many people will still wear a mask in this situation, especially in the medical center. I was at the doctor the other day, and everyone was wearing a mask in there. Of course, it was then required, but I have a feeling after the requirement's gone, people are going to still want to wear it, but you don't have to. That's the thing. Another thing that I've seen in the papers, and also my wife who was traveling last week, she went to the airport and she was trying to book a taxi, and there's not enough taxis in Santiago. They're trying to get more people to work as taxi drivers, and I guess they're failing in a way, because there's sometimes, especially if it's raining, and this situation where a lot of people call taxis. We had one pilgrim that picked up a suitcase downstairs, and we called a taxi for them, and it took 45 minutes for it to arrive. So I just want to let you know, if you're arriving in Santiago at a hotel or a place, and you're traveling to the airport and you decide to do so by taxi, I would maybe have the hotel or the reservation or the front desk, if you stay at a hotel, maybe reserve a taxi. So then it's reserved for a certain time the next day. You could do that. And if you call and just trying to take one on the spot, then you have to make sure you have some extra time, especially if it's one of those situations where it's raining or a lot of people are taking taxis. It could be a problem. Also, I wanted to send some thoughts to John Braley that I've seen on the forum, and you may have seen it too, that he's not feeling well. And I just want to send him some thoughts and wish him all the best. And hope to invite him for a coffee in Santiago once he's back, because I hope he will be back here. So that's it for me. Hope things are good where you are. Stay safe. Ciao.